The Dark King by Gina L. Maxwell. Overall, I loved this book. I thought it was really well written. I thought the story was interesting. Love the play on Fae without it being too Irelandy, which you can have your own feelings about, but sometimes it's nice to have something shaken up a little bit or taken from a different perspective. I adored the use of kink in this book. Kaden, the MMC, is deep into that world, and Brim, the FMC, discovers her own way into kink throughout this book. And I think that's really great. Two things that I don't love that happen are the use of a safe word. And because of the Fae stuff, Caden can feel Bryn's emotions. And early in their play, he says he doesn't need a safe word because he can feel what she's feeling. And I don't like that because number one, that's not possible for a real human to do. And number two, you don't get to decide when someone's emotional distress level is at a certain point for you to pull back. It's up to them to decide. The other thing I didn't love is giant penises. If you tell me that when you wrap your hand around a penis and there's an inch between your fingers and your thumb, like that's a really, that's too big. And I don't think I have terribly large hands, but I'm wondering now if FMCs just have really tiny hands. I need your thoughts. Overall, loved the book. Really excited to read the second one and see where it goes. There's a bit of a plot twist at the end of it. So I think it's going to be really Ruin My Life by Luna Pierce. This was a book that I ended up just finding through TikTok. I found a video of Luna Pierce's where she talks about the research she did for the TVP at the end of this book. And I was very curious because I had not actually read a book with TVP in the way that she's talking about it. I've read a book with like triple penetration, one in each hole, but not the way that she's describing it. So I immediately was curious because I was like, the picture in my head does not compute. I need to know what's going on. And I loved it. This book fell on the right line of morally gray versus dark romance for me. My line is, does one of the main characters kidnap the other main character? If not, morally gray. If yes, dark romance. This was solidly morally gray because Cora, the FMC, found three incredible men who would burn the world down for her and actually do commit arson and blow building and a lot of other things. They are Silver, Alec, and Miller, and they are incredible. There's also another polycule in a different series of hers that tangentially plays into this. So all of them in this world kind of understand what a polycule is. So when they get together, all the men kind of get it, and the jealousy is there, but they choose not to deal with it because what they want is her. And they work together, whether it's to save her life or to give her some TVP. I didn't know what my life was missing until I read That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. This book was such a breath of fresh air. I've been reading a lot of fantasy that seems to be the genre du jour for me. And I always love when an author surprises me. And I was so pleasantly surprised with the world that Kimberly Lemming presented, how it was presented, the journey that I went on with these two characters, Fallon and Cinnamon, MMC, FMC, respectively. Fallon is a demon, Cinnamon is a human who thinks demons are all bad, and it turns out her entire world is a lie. So they go on this quest to essentially save the world, and along the way, fall in love. He falls first, if that's a trope that you like, and they grow together and they work together. I love that. I love it when there isn't such a big alpha male, I'm going to do everything for you, that when they let the FMC really come into her own power, though, to be fair, he's a super powerful demon dude, and he does, burn a city down for her. So that's a trope that you like, I will burn the world for you. He burns a city for her. They were so much fun. The sex is enjoyable. It's super fun. Like, it's just, I think I need the next book now. The Ballad of Never After. This series doesn't have explicit sex, but I will absolutely toot the horn of Stephanie Garber for her wonderful storytelling. This book and this story and this epic journey that she's on, it really throws twist after twist at poor Evangeline. And the thing that I loved is the world that gets built and the cleverness of the interwoven stories. And the thing that got me frustrated was how many lies and avenues of deceit Evangeline is really having to reckon with. It just annoys me. It annoyed me as a reader to be like, oh, did someone lie to her again? Did someone betray her again? Did someone hide something from her again? How shocking. Overall, I love the idea of Evangeline. I think she's such an incredible main character. She's so sure of herself in so many ways, but understands that she has to go on this journey to achieve the thing that she wants. Her counterpart, Jax, I'm not even going to get into it. What I will fucking get into is that the end of this story left me shook. Twisted Games, the second book in Anna Huang's Twisted series. I read Twisted Love and wasn't the biggest fan. And I'm pretty sure I've realized it's because I don't like Alex at all. Every time he showed up in this book, I wanted him to go. I was over him. So, okay, got it. But her writing is great. This book is about Bridget and Reese, princess and bodyguard. Some political drama comes up, and there's a lot of longing in this book. It's not a slow burn. So for those of you who are really looking for a slow burn where the burn is long, it's not a terribly long slow burn, but it is a good one. One of the things that I didn't love is that there is what I'm going to call kink light, where there are things said that maybe you should negotiate that or talk about it. If you're really going to do impact, there should be more conversation. And the other is that Reese uses moments of intimacy, moments of sex to basically get answers he wants from Bridget, like promise me you're mine. And I don't agree with that. I think that's just a dick move. Promises made during sex, they can't be taken seriously. But I'm going to continue with the series.